you want to do it on a regular basis because it makes a huge difference in your life. So, so this is part of my ritual. This is cleansing because of the herb. It's grounding because of the herb being part of Gaia. And it is the sacred smoke is carrying up and away and cleansing. So as I cleanse myself, you are cleansed through your palm portals, your crown, all your chakras, different parts of your cells and muscles, and anything else it's optimal to enter this sacred space in reverence, presence, and love. All right. We have the equinox, which I still feel like I'm coming out of that portal. So you also have things unfolding from the equinox and from other moments. One of the things I teach my students and my clients over and over, excuse me for getting my comfort zone here, is to recognize that you are unfolding, and our agenda of I want to know what it means right now, and I have to make my plans, and I need to be certain, and I need everything to be lined up, and it need to happen the way I want it to happen. It just isn't going to work that way. I see myself backwards on the screen, so it's very disoriented. So the longer you track the energy that's happening, you also get to retroactively look back and kind of go, oh, or if in the new moon, which will be 2 weeks ago on Sunday, when the full moon comes, this is going to be a chapter, right? It's a section, it's a completion, and it's a harvest, it's an illumination. It's abundant. It's also starting a new cycle. It's also closing the cycle between maybe the last full moon and this full moon, or the last new moon and this moon. So everything is reading the patterns and the symbols and the movement and the interaction and the energies between everything. And we like to bring in these different divine tools to help to create a space that is clean and clear, protected, meaning open to what is optimal for each of us at this time and our highest good, and everything else may move on its way. All right, another tool I use is this chime bells, chimes, music, but specifically this type is extremely cleansing to the space. I can feel it here now. And if you start to become sensitive to your skills, to your senses, you're going to feel it maybe in your pores or your cells, and you're going to feel it in your chakras. You might feel your glands a little bit vibrating. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always give great thanks to all of our tools. Before we started, I created an infinity healing chamber. So close your eyes and follow along. We call on the gold and silver ray to form a cone of light above and below us. And you just stand in your center. You become more and more present in who you are in comparison to the sacred space that you are creating and entering. So you just allow your senses to start to move around you. Okay, I can feel my whole head, even the physical part of it. The cells are buzzing, the crown is lighting up, there's a lot of activity all across my forehead. But many times a day, I'm activating my chakras, my light body, I'm developing my intuition, I'm using all the tools that I teach my students. So it becomes naturally progressing every single day. So now, open your heart. How do you do that? Take your awareness from the fact that you're standing inside of this temple. Above and below means we're perfectly balanced between the worlds. The above, the higher self, the spiritual world, the infinite source, and the below being subconscious and inner creation, and us in the middle, and bodying the above and the below, being the conduit, being the connector. Okay, so drop your awareness into your heart, and with your heart, say to yourself, I am ready and willing and open and receptive to be here now, to be a clear and open channel for my highest good, and to receive with ease and grace what is optimal for me at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now take a deep breath into your heart. Put that intention you just spoke into the breath and send it out into the sacred space. That's what we call a dolphin breath. They do that when they come up. And feel and see it. It's going out like if you dropped a rock and the ripple's going out 360 degrees, but it's also doing that up and down and around and around and around. And it moves through your cells and your DNA, all of your physical systems, and it moves through your chakras and your glands, moves through your etheric, emotional, mental body, moves through time and space to every level of your soul and being. And then it reaches this temple of light, gold and silver being perfect balance of duality between masculine and feminine. You can go to my shop and get the scale, the chart of rays, and you'll see that the 11th and 12th rays is the silver feminine goddess ray and the 12th gold god ray. And between them, they contain everything that is needed. So now with your heart open and connected, fully present, you just begin to listen, to watch, because this chamber sends energy to you and takes away energy you no longer are served by. We call on the AllSeeing Eye to wrap us within it. You're now standing wrapped inside the All-Seeing Eye. What does that mean? The All-Seeing Eye is many things. It is the Akasha. It is the everything, the eighth dimension that holds all the records of everything that have ever been, felt, done in any time, space, dimension, planet, or reality. It is also the All-Seeing Eye within you. Where your brain connects the two sides, there are glands from the pineal, pituitary, and others that form the ancient Egyptian all-seeing eye. When they're all activated and aligned, you open your own inner all-seeing eye and begin to become a universal citizen, creating your own universe as you were meant to. When you're in the all-seeing eye, you're in perfect clarity, ease, balance, and grace. And then around that, we call on the Akashic Ascension Sphere. It's a sphere made from the flower of life pattern, which holds every sacred geometrical shape that is needed to create any form of life. It is all around this entire structure. And it is pouring with white light, pure white light, moving through the petals, moving one to the other. And we activate this infinity healing chamber to infinity. Take a deep breath in. I activate this infinity healing chamber to infinity and rise with it. And you send your dolphin breath out with that intention again. You stay present with your awareness, because you are not your body or emotions or anything else, in the center of your core, your heart. And this ripples out. And you feel it softening and redirecting, bringing this message, this command, this order to all levels of you, mind and emotions, that you're ready to be between the worlds, to be inside this sacred space, to acknowledge its power, its love, its presence, and to allow yourself to release all energies, mental, emotional, thoughts, beliefs, fears, at least for this moment, and rise up to infinity. This is the perfect place for creating This is a perfect place for healing. This is a perfect place for almost everything because you are supported and aligned with all the optimal energies. So take a moment to send gratitude to this. This is the sacred space that you are in. And this is what you enter every single time you come on a call with me, whether it's a class, whether it's a private session like a soul reading, whether it's these free weather reports or the meditation. So it's very powerful, right? You feel like, ooh, yay. Now, inside that space is a great place to do your meditations, to do your messaging, to develop your intuition, to ask intuitive questions and ask questions. The question asking craft is very powerful, very important. So I always teach you to say what is optimal for my highest good at this time. All right. Don't say, is this good for me? Is this best? Will this make me money? All these things are subjective and do not take into account the multiple dimensions of things that are happening that you don't know are happening. So you could have all kinds of things boiling underneath that are ready to come to the surface, and you go, dang, I'm so tired of waiting for this. I'm just going to go do this. And you don't align to the energies and you don't listen within, and suddenly these things start erupting.